Murphy from the 6th District will give our prayer.
We bow with me. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day you provided for us. Thank you for the opportunity to come together with this group of leaders of our county, Lord, and be with us all as we make decisions that are best for the people of this county. We ask your special blessings upon parts of the world now that are in strife and conflict, and we ask you to bring peace there that we will. Be with us tonight as we may everything we do tonight be pleasing in your sight. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Commissioner Burke, would you lead the pledge, please?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Melton is not here tonight. He's not feeling well, so let's remember him in our prayers and hope that he's a lot better tomorrow. Roll call, please. Okay. If you haven't turned your tablet on, please do so that she can see your names.
I'm in for it. We can proceed on.
Amy Kennison.
Here.
Bill Melton. Rocky Preston.
Present.
That's 17 present, 1 absent.
We do have a quorum. Next on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. I need a motion and a second.
Second.
Okay. Oh, tablets. Did you hit your tablet? Okay. Now we got it. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Approved. Next is our citizens forum. Would you hand me the sheet, please? Before we start the citizens forum tonight, we have a guest here, Mr. Monty Ballou. He is with Congressman David Kustoff's office. He's here as representing. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Monty Ballou. I represent Congressman David Kustoff. Since the redistricting occurred, he's got a pretty big district. Fortunately, it covers part of Benton County, Camden right here. He represents 20 counties now, basically in West Tennessee. Basically every county in West Tennessee except for Decatur County and about half of Shelby. So he sends his best regards. I get to work with a lot of the commissioners from time to time, and your mayor. We meet pretty regularly over various topics, and the sheriff as well. But we want you to know we're here. Anytime I can help any of you all or the congressman can help you, we're just a phone call away. I will give you some of my cards at the end of the meeting. I'll have my cell phone on it, so you can give me a call day or night. Just a couple of things real quick I wanted to tell you. Obviously, a lot going on right now in D.C. The congressman is there now. They are in a special call meeting right now, the GOP in the House, to try to get a speaker elected. We're not saying exactly who it's going to be. Representative Jordan, I think you kept up with it. Scalise has stepped out of the race. Jordan is presenting some information to the GOP for the House members, and they're going to have possibly a vote on the House floor tomorrow. And maybe, obviously, the congressman is wanting to push and get a leader of the House so that we can get some things done and carry on the country's business sooner rather than later, obviously. Israel, obviously, thoughts and prayers and everything that's going on in there. Obviously, we're sending some aid there now, but a lot more things are coming their way, I would say. But one thing that I would like to say is the congressman, there's a joint committee between the Israeli House of Representatives and our U.S. House of Representatives, the joint commission with them, and our Congressman Kustoff, is the chair of that. So we're kind of honored for him not only to be on Ways and Means, but also to oversee that committee as well. So it's a lot going on in D.C. as it is right here. Jennifer Wheatley made a great presentation a few minutes ago. I know you all have got a lot of good things going on. So thank you for letting me say a few words, and I'll be here in the meeting. If I get to any way, shape, form, or fashion, I'm going to take a call. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. And before we move on, we would like to thank Jennifer Wheatley, our economic developer, and Lori Matlock of the Chamber. She's the Chamber Director for the meal that we just had and the presentation also. Citizens Forum, we have first Lori Matlock with the Chamber.
Good evening. Thank you all for allowing me to speak tonight. First of all, I don't know what I was thinking following the IDB board and feeding you guys, but I didn't bring any food. So you'll have to excuse me. Maybe I can make that happen one day where I can do that for y'all. But tonight I just wanted to give you just a little update on things going on at the Chamber. First of all, the Benton County Chamber of Commerce wants to thank the County Commission for your continued support. We always want to keep you informed and up to date on the things that we're going on at the Chamber. As we move forward, the economic impact of tourism continues to be crucial for Benton County. The Chamber is more involved in tourism than it ever has been before. I believe that tourism is an asset to our community and that we can capitalize on it to bring awareness to Benton County. Tourism plays an essential role in stimulating our economy, in economic growth, in building our communities, in creating quality job opportunities, and inspiring new businesses, because tourism is real money. Travel is an economic driver for Tennessee. It matters to our communities, to our jobs, to our public funding. In 2022, visitors spent $28.9 billion while visiting Tennessee. This is a 19% increase, and Tennessee is now ranked number 11th in the nation for travel spending. Those of you that were next door heard them talk about how Tennessee is hot right now, and not only in industrial development, but in tourism. So you might ask, what does this mean to Benton County? In 2022, Benton County increased 6% over the previous year in visitor spending. That generated $15.5 million in visitor spending. The visitor spending resulted in $1.3 million in direct state and local tax revenue, providing Benton County households with an average of $205 in annual tax savings. That also provided 195 jobs across Benton County. The Benton County Chamber of Commerce plays an active role in tourism. We're a member of the Northwest Tennessee Tourism Board, the Northwest Tennessee Hospitality and Tourism Task Force. I attend the Governor's Conference on Hospitality and Tourism and the Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee Rural Tourism Conference to help further my education in tourism. We promote Benton County in the Northwest Tennessee Tourism Visitors Guide, in the Tennessee Vacation Guide, and within our local media outlets. The Chamber has also recently formed a tourism committee, and we are in the process of presenting Benton County with a destination branding campaign and a strategic tourism plan. With the help of the TRRD board, the Chamber is also constructing a new Benton County tourism website. With a well-designed, attractive website, we can help visitors discover Benton County, build awareness of what our county has to offer, and provide information to travelers located in one location. The Chamber has also received the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development Videography and Photography Asset Grant valued at $20,000. This grant will help boost our tourism outreach efforts. With this funding, we can produce compelling content that will broaden our appeal to a wider range of tourists. We are excited to have this secured and the funding for this, and we are ready to get started on it. Obtaining this grant has required planning, scheduling, collaboration with numerous individuals. Our initial steps involve selecting the locations, determining which areas needed to be scouted. Following the scouting phase, the Chamber and the Tourism Committee began organizing a 2-day filming schedule. We've been identifying and scheduling talent, including families, fishermen, hunters, shoppers, kayakers, boaters, business owners, and just anyone necessary that could breathe life into our photography and videography. This project has been an extensive amount of time consuming, but we are excited about it, and it's going to be very rewarding for our county. We look forward to our video shoot, which is this week, October the 18th and 19th. Also, in the spring of 2024, the Chamber will be partnering with the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development to launch a new road cycling initiative that's called Bike Tennessee. Tennessee is positioned to capitalize on the global cycling tourism market, which is estimated to reach $125 billion in economic impact. Benton County will host a meeting with the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development outreach team on November the 15th at 2:30 p.m. I want to do my best to promote our county and our community and make tourism a vital part of our economic growth. This takes lots of time, lots of man hours, lots of promoting, planning, and branding. And I just want to keep you all informed on what we've got going on at the Chamber, the things we're doing, and want to thank you again for the time you allow me, and thank you for your continued support. And if there's anything that I can answer, any kind of questions, I'd be glad to.
I was about to say you do a great job in what you do. You don't go to anything that's in Benton County that the Chamber's not represented. Lori's always there. She works good with all the other organizations. We think you do a good job. I think you do a great job.
Thank you.
But when it comes to bicycling, I'm not wearing any patch shorts on my bicycle. Thank God.
Yeah, we're trying to attract people to Benton County.
I would say I serve on the board from GR, and Ms. Lori's at every meeting. She's well informed. She keeps us abreast of everything that's going on with tourism and what she does through the Chamber, in addition to all of her other roles that she plays with the Chamber.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you all so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Lori. Debbie Baldwin.
I think most of you know me. I'll put this down because I've had thyroid surgery and it makes me hoarse. Sound like Froggy on Little Rascals. I can date y'all with that. I'm here just for me. I'm not here speaking for the band boosters. I'm not here speaking for the band director. I'm not speaking for the school. I'm just speaking for me. I don't know if y'all have seen our band this year perform, but the new director has done an astronomical job on them. 2 weeks ago at competition, they were 40 points ahead of any competition scores in a decade. Last week, they scored 20 points higher, came home with 3 awards against 5 other bands. That's pretty good for them, considering 2 of those bands were very top-notch bands they competed against. I say this to say they've done this without having access to the football field. They had it one time at the end of their summer camp. The coaches at that time tried to get them to put their family time back an hour. They had an ice cream truck coming. They were performing for the parents. And Michelle said, no, we can't do it. We've got this lined up and we cannot put it back. That's the last time they performed on the field this year, other than football games. They're supposed to have it as was arranged for Wednesdays, but nobody practices on Wednesdays. Even the football team does not practice on Wednesdays. They were supposed to have it on Thursdays after 3:30, which defeats the purpose because they start just like the football teams right after school. They have to walk down the parking lot from the back of the school, down the parking lot, past Occasional to their practice field down there. By the time they go in there for 30 minutes and then the coach says, you can have the field now. It may be 3:30, maybe 3:45, but by the time they get back up there, it's already spent 30 minutes of their practice time moving back and forth. So it kind of defeats the purpose. I know there was a lot of you that were concerned how the field was going to be used by other groups in the school. I just thought y'all needed to know that it's coming up, as I was told. Once football season is over, the head coach will give the school their schedule of when they want to use it, and everybody else just gets to fill in the blanks. So I thought y'all needed to know that you might need to speak up to get your band some practice time on the field. They could really do so much better even if they had practice time there instead of spending so much time walking down to the other field. Their equipment is in poor condition, and to take it down there, and they practice Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, just like the football team. So I would hope that they could have some time that the band could get in there and use it. That's about all I've got. Hope y'all can help us out on that. Just if you know anybody, coaches, Mr. Florence, the board,
3:30 to
till 5. They practice till 5. And now the football team does have 2 practice fields right behind the stadium. So they don't have to travel that far to get to a practice field. And one thing I didn't understand is on Thursday why they're on the field till 3:30 or 3:45, why they couldn't just take that practice to their practice field and let the band go straight there and not waste time going back and forth, or not having any time just sitting in their band room. Because this season they're marching, they're moving, they're on the field. They need to see the lines just like football players. They need to see where they're marching on those lines in the field. Because when they go to competition, they're competing on a football field. And I will brag on River Stoltz. He's our new director, and he is wonderful. So I really want to brag on him. He has done excellent. He's bringing up 5th, 6th, 7th graders up into the band. In 2 years, our band will be state awarded. I have no doubts because he is teaching these very young children so much music that they'll be ready for high school marching band. Thank y'all.
Christy Baldwin?
I'm good, Mom covered it.
Okay, we'll move on then. Commissioners Forum, do we have any commissioner that would like to speak at this time? Okay, our county attorney, got anything?
Nothing new tonight.
Okay. County mayor,
I'm good.
okay.
Thank you.
Next will be the approval of the minutes. I need a motion and a second, please. We have a motion by Commissioner Arnold and a second by Commissioner Stokes. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Passed. Number 6 is the report of the public utilities. Need a motion and a second. We have a motion by Commissioner Hicks and a second by Commissioner Nunnery. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, we're down to number 7, which is the appointment of the 6th District School Board member. If you're here for the appointment, would you please rise? Okay, Mr. Marks, would you come forward and introduce yourself, please?
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Ben Marks. I live at 1041 South Creek Road, Big Sandy. And I in anticipation of asking for this appointment, I did call all of the commissioners whose number was listed on the website. So I had an opportunity to introduce myself a little bit and answer any questions you might have, but I'd like to offer the same opportunity for you this evening. In background, of course, I've been a lifelong resident of Benton County for the most part. My wife was a career teacher in your system, and my children went through the Benton County school system also. Other than that, I look forward to getting a little more involved in the school system than I was previously, and certainly a little more informed about it. I feel like it's probably one of the most important institutions for the county. I know it's of considerable importance to you guys in terms of budget and hopefully for the future of the county. If you have questions or information you want to convey to me, certainly open to that.
And I got one.
Yes, sir.
Is it possible we could help you get a running for commissioner instead?
No, but thank you. I'm flattered that you would ask, but I'm more interested in the school system.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Marks? Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate your consideration.
How is it going to do this? You can call out the names. Okay. Okay. She'll call out your name, and if you want to vote for Mr. Marks, you say aye, and if not, you say no.
Is there anybody else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's all it came for.
Keith Arnold,
Aye.
Stephen Stokes,
Aye.
Marty Douglas,
Aye.
Deborah Vane, Kenneth Miller,
Aye.
Rocky Preston,
Aye.
Brett Bird,
Aye.
Frank Lashley,
Aye.
Gary Bird,
Aye.
Wayne Fowler, Sonny Hall, Judy Kenniston, Mike Nunnery, Roseanne Ward,
Aye.
Darrell Hicks,
Aye.
Jerry Price,
Aye.
Jeff Murphy.
Aye.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Carry 17 yes.
Okay. Congratulations, Mr. Marks, our new school board member.
Thank you. Appreciate your confidence. I'll do my best.
And be sworn in. Okay. If you can tomorrow, Mr. Marks, would you mind going by the county clerk's office so that you could be sworn in by the clerk tomorrow or at your earliest convenience?
Yes, ma'am.
Number 7 on our agenda is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to appoint Frank Lashley Jr. to the Benton County Solid Waste Board for a term of 3 years. I have a motion and a second by Commissioner Stokes and Hall. If you're in favor, please vote.
Mr. Lashley, anyone wish to change their vote?
Mr. Lashley, what would you abstain, correct?
16 yes and 1 abstain. Motion carries.
Number 9 on the agenda is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to appoint Misty Warren to the Benton County Parks and Recreation Board to fill the remainder of the term of Darrell Hicks. I have a motion by Commissioner Price and a second by Commissioner Stokes. Anyone have anything to say or ask? If not, okay, please vote.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries. 17 yes.
Number 10 on the agenda is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to appoint Spencer Berry to the Benton County Parks and Recreation Board to fill the remainder of the term of Chris Purcell. Have a motion by Commissioner Douglas and a second by Commissioner Stokes. Any questions? If there are none, please vote.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries. 17 yes.
Number 11 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to reappoint Jimmy Kenningston to the Benton County Parks and Recreation Board for a term of 3 years. Have a motion by Commissioner Hicks and a second by Commissioner Price.
Mr. Hall, are you wanting to amend that?
No.
Okay, if you're in favor, please vote.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 12 on your agenda is the resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to make a contribution of $100,000 from the sale of the tank building to the Industrial Development Board for use in their ongoing efforts of industrial recruitment for Benton County. I have a motion by Commissioner Hicks and a second by Commissioner Stokes. Does anyone have any questions or discussion? Commissioner Fowler?
Yeah, I talked to Mark earlier. On the contribution word, I mean, we're keeping track of the money as for what is the contribution? I mean, what is the money for?
So what we do in the budget time, the money that goes to the industrial board is just for the salaries and expenses of the office.
Right.
They have a lot of things that incur during the year, especially when we're trying to recruit industry. Like every grant that they get, like the one for the Smith property, they got a grant for $100,000. They have to match that with 20%. So this will be money in their coffers where they can do the work without having to wait a month or two to get that before y'all to approve that. You know what I mean? They can go forward with some of these things that they need to. Jennifer could probably tell you better than me, but in one of these projects, she has some of the money with grants, but we're going to have to put more money with it to make it happen. Would you like to address that, Jennifer?
Sure. It's one of the things we talked about a few minutes ago. The next phase, in order for me to move forward with the due diligence on Smith, I've got to pay a firm to do an environmental study for me. I've got $85,000 left in that $100,000, but the cost is $96,000. So things like that happen sometimes. That I don't have to pay all of it, but I have to pay some.
I don't mean it bad.
Oh, I know, it's okay.
It's just, it's money, like separate grants, it's not for it. I don't mean it bad.
It's okay.
Parties, Halloween parties, things of that nature.
No.
Correct?
No.
So you got questions, you can ask.
You have an open set of books that the commissioners can see anytime of what's
Sure
being
you
spent. I can assure you the money won't be spent for
That's what
anything
I'm
except trying to further land acquisitions or bringing companies in here for jobs.
Right.
I mean, she'd have no reason to say anything other than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's
Just
okay.
questions.
You can always ask.
That's all I'm asking.
Anybody else? Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
I got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
I know you got several resolutions to get some money from it, build the tank buildings. Is that money going to be used to develop or clean up the lot that we talked about? I know we bush hogged it, but it looks great. As far as the interstate of 25 acres that we recently had, because y'all own that lot, not the county, right? Just the county. And the rest.
I think the industrial board owns the first 25 acres and the county owns the 30 acres we just purchased.
Yeah, the first 25 acres, is in the money going to develop or clean up?
I would like to answer that.
Sure.
It looks a lot better bush hog.
If you guys want that to be done, I know she's already getting a sign made to let everybody that's driving by there know it's available for commercial or industrial use. But we've seen, just like with Chuck Marquist and Bill Adams and the guys that work closely with the new industries that are looking, I don't think it's an advantage to have that gravelled or completely cleared off, because the people that are looking for it will be able to do that as long as you can see the property. That property is already flat and pretty level. I agree with you, the backside may need to be those trees cut and some clearing done.
Cleaned up where you can see a little better.
And if that's what this board wants to happen, I'm sure that she would not mind doing that.
That's it.
And it means. And it means.
Any other questions?
So with 12 and 13, this is just $100,000, right? It's not big.
That's correct.
Okay, because there's.
One of them's voting on to do it, the other one's putting it in the revenue or expenditure account where I can
It's kind of,
do that.
kind of.
I understand that. I'm sorry about that.
And then the 46,000, that's going towards just the site development, right? I just want to be clear on everything, because the next few resolutions on here are
Okay.
all pertaining to this thing.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, we can discuss those as we get to them, okay?
I just want to see, it's just the one time.
When you want to speak, would you please push your button? No, you're fine. So that I can take you in turn and know who's wanting to speak. Any other questions? If there are none, everyone please vote.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 13 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to budget funds in the amount of $100,000 from the sale of the tank building to an appropriate expenditure line item for the contribution to the Benton County Industrial Development Board. I think that's kind of the answer to your question that you had about that.
This one would have been withdrawn if the first one hadn't passed. It's just putting it in the line item where we can make the transfer.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Arnold and a second by Commissioner Stokes. Any questions or discussion? Okay, there are none. Everyone please vote.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 14 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to budget funds in the amount of $46,599 from the sale of the tank building to an appropriate expenditure line item for site development. I have a motion by Commissioner Hicks and a second by Commissioner Stokes. Any questions? Okay, there are none, so everyone please vote.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 15 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to budget funds in the amount of $315,000 from the sale of the tank building to an appropriate expenditure line item for site development, replacing funds from an EMA grant. I have a motion and a second by Commissioner Stokes and Commissioner Murphy. Any questions or discussion? Okay, I see none, so everyone please vote.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 16 is a resolution by Sheriff Christopher to budget funds in the amount of $1,345.02 received from various sources to the sheriff's budget. I have a motion by Commissioner Arnold and a second by Commissioner Hall. Any questions? Okay, there are none, so everyone please vote.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 17 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to budget funds in the amount of $85,000 from the sale of the tank building to an appropriate expenditure line item in Fund 171 to replace loan funds that have been expended on the purchase of the property. We have a motion and a second by Commissioner Arnold and Stokes. Any questions? Okay, there are none, so everyone please vote.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 18 is a resolution by Director of School Mark Florence to move funds in the amount of $2,621.96 within the school's budget. I have a motion and a second by Commissioner Douglas and Commissioner Stokes. Any questions? Are none, so please vote.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 19 is a resolution by Director of Schools Mark Florence to budget funds in the amount of $84,632.63 received from a public school security grant to line item for the expenditures in the school's budget. We have a motion and a second by Commissioner Stokes and Arnold. Any questions about this resolution? Okay, everyone please vote.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 20 on your agenda is a resolution by Sheriff Ken Christopher to budget funds in the amount of $24,644 for replacement of locks at the Benton County Jail. We have a motion and a second by Commissioner Price and Commissioner Stokes. Any questions or any discussion? Sister Johnson. It's not Johnson.
Which number was you on?
It's the replacement of the locks.
Yeah, this is locks.
Any questions? Okay, there are none, so everyone please vote. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
What was this about? I don't know if with John. Did I say something in the committee meeting?
Oh, what?
My note said something about they're going to follow up with John on the law. What was that about?
Oh, to make sure that they was going to keep older ones for
Number 21 on your agenda is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to appropriate funds in the amount of $1,306 to unemployment and retirement line items for expenditures in the solid waste management's payroll. I have a motion and a second by Commissioner Burke and Douglas. Anyone have any questions? Okay, please vote.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 22 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to appropriate funds in the amount of $500 to the county buildings maintenance salary supplements line item for compensating the custodian for additional custodian duties. I have a motion by Commissioner Stokes and a second by Commissioner Bain. Anyone have a question? Okay, so please vote. Y'all going to sleep on me or something? It's so quiet.
You can't feed them before the
Anyone wish to change their vote?
Right. I have to start.
Motion carries 17 yes.
I have to start eating after the meeting so everybody won't fall asleep. Number 22 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to, okay, we just did that one. I think I'm going to sleep. Number 23 is a resolution by Director of Schools Mark Florence to appropriate funds in the amount of $158,926 to line items for expenditures in the school's budget. I have a motion and a second by Commissioner Stokes and Kenningston. Any questions? Okay, please vote.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Number 24 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to appropriate funds in the amount of $600 to the unemployment line item for expenditures in the airport's budget. I have a motion and a second by Commissioner Burke and Commissioner Douglas. Any questions? Okay, everyone please vote.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
We have one notary who is Miss Geneva Reed. I need a motion and a second, who is Commissioner Burke and Commissioner Stokes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is any other business on our agenda? Commissioner Stokes?
I move to suspend the rules for consideration of all the resolutions number 18, 19, and 20.
Okay, if that's your motion. I need a second.
Mr. Burke, you need to unselect that you motioned it because Stephen Stokes motioned it. Or can you? Motion. But corrected.
Okay. Do we have any other business before we vote on the resolutions? It needs to be brought up. Okay, then we'll go on to resolution number 18. Is a resolution by Mayor.
They need to vote on suspending the rules.
Okay, we need to vote on suspending the rules. If you're in favor of suspending the rules, please vote. You call me.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries 17 yes.
Okay, now resolution 18 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to appoint Timmy Pate to the Benton County Airport Board to fulfill the remainder of the term of Mac Lowe. We have a motion and a second by Commissioner Burke and Commissioner Stokes. Any questions? Okay. Or no, so everyone please vote. Resolution number 19.
Anyone wish to change their vote?
It's okay. I'm moving too fast. Are you done? Okay. Now, resolution number 19 is a resolution by Mayor Mark Ward to budget funds in the amount of $11,810 from the litigation tax to the jail budget for replacement of controls in the HVAC fire suppression and other systems at the Benton County Jail.
So, do we have a representative from Johnson Controls?
We do.
Mm-hmm. I know that some questions at budget the other night, so I just want to make sure that if there were any commissioners who had questions that they had that.
Okay. Our motion was by Commissioner Price and second by Commissioner Hall. Does anyone have any questions for the gentleman that's here representing Johnson Controls? Do you have anything that you would like to say?
I was asking Hunter your questions, so try to answer the best I can.
Okay. Would you mind coming up to the microphone, please?
Good evening. My name's Ed Wallace. I'm with Johnson Controls, and I will take any questions, and if I don't have the answers, I'll go find them for you.
Could you explain the breakdown of the one-time cost of the $11,800 and what it includes? And also the annual service cost, how that would work?
Yes, sir. The $11,810, that's the cost for the updated equipment that's going to be needed to be replaced, or to replace the equipment that you have out there now. I don't remember if you were here in July when I was here last time. Just kind of give you an idea of what's going on. They've got flip phone technology out there, and you got a mini computer in your pocket right now. That's the difference that we're looking at. Starting in January, at some point after January 1st, that system that you have over there will no longer be supported by anybody, by Johnson Controls or the manufacturers. Everything is going to the upgraded technology, the upgraded system. The $11,000 is going to cost for the new upgraded engine that talks to all the 18 controllers over there, and also for the labor materials to do the testing to get everything swapped out to make sure everything is communicating the way it's supposed to. And that's going to take probably a couple of days to get all that done, because again, you have one what we call a supervisory engine and 18 different controllers controlling different areas of the jail.
I got you.
The maintenance and the agreement for the subscription, that's for the updated software that needs to be replaced for what you have over there now as well. Right now, that system is on, it's version 9.07, I believe, is what's over there now. Well, version 12.5 is out now. Version 13 will be out probably in February. The subscription will get you automatic updates every time they come out. We just update it automatically. And what that does, it saves you from having to pay for the update and pay for a technician to come out here and physically do the update. It just comes in seamlessly, kind of like a lot of different software packages that you probably employ now for your payroll, different avenues that, or different software packages that have automatic upgrades, kind of the same idea behind that. The reason you see a $9,000 for the first year and then less money for the second year, the first year is you're paying for the 3-year subscription, the whole thing up front, and the commissioning of that new software. Years 2 and years 3, the reason it drops by $3,000 is because the only thing you're paying for is maintaining the system that you have there now. It includes an annual visit where we come out and check all the controllers, make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to, make sure the signals are coming in and out the way they're supposed to update any overrides that may have been intentionally or accidentally put in by anybody who just happened to be pushing the wrong buttons at the same time or at that time. Where that's where we come in and take care of all those things. And that's the reason that there's a drop, because you're paying for the full 3-year subscription up front. We can do this for up to 5 years, but most county governments that we've dealt with, most governments in general, is typically it's a 3-year contract. It's a 3-year worth of time and materials. And then a lot of times they rebid it, or we can just negotiate a new contract after that if you like.
Yeah, how confident do you feel about this saving us money? I know now, just like last month, we spent $2,300 to come reset it and retrain some people on how to punch the stuff in.
And honestly, consider yourself lucky that we have the technology to still take care of it, because after January 1st we won't. If there's something crashes then. Since I've been here for this last year, I don't know how many calls we've had. Will this eliminate those and it'll all be covered under these plans? The maintenance should take care, as I say should, not would, but it should take care of any issues that come up. You're talking about a software system, and there are times when something goes wrong with the software system, just like with your phone. But the companies that we're dealing with that have the upgraded software packages, and now up to this point, and a lot of them have been there for a year and a half, we haven't had any issues, any major issues that have shut things down for more than a couple hours of getting things back up online. I feel very confident that it's going to take care of the things it needs to take care of over there.
Thank you.
Any questions, Commissioner
Any other
Price?
questions or concerns?
Wise.
Yes, sir.
The cost for maintenance and subscription, does that include any more training? And if so, who gets that training? That was a question that came up in our meeting. Training, any kind of training is not designed in our maintenance schemes. If you want somebody to be trained on how to maintain these things, we can arrange that. That's not included in this cost. However, the maintenance guy, and I'm sorry I forget his name. Philip. Every time one of our technicians has been over there, he's been right there with him, so I'm sure he's learned a lot of stuff on his own. But as far as a formal training class, no, that's not part of the maintenance. I think the question really dealt with is something as simple as a reset that, the maintenance man may know where to reset the system.
If it's something simple like that, if it's really that simple, our technician can probably walk him through it over the phone. However, once we get the new system up and running, those types of issues should really dwindle quite a bit. You shouldn't see nearly as many. You bet. Somebody else had a question?
What's the realistic life expectancy of the new system?
Are you talking about the equipment or the software?
Okay, the equipment you have over there now was installed over there in 2012, I believe, if I remember right. But we've had some systems that were installed back in the 90s, and we're just now replacing them. Newer technology is probably going to last the same amount of time, maybe a little bit longer, but the software changes quite often. So
I guess my question is this: we're looking at $11,810 to install a new system. The 3-year service cost is $23,034.
okay.
We can replace it twice in 3 years.
We're talking about two different things, though. We're talking about equipment and then software upgrades.
So the equipment doesn't come with software.
No, sir. The equipment is replacing the engine and the equipment you have over there now. Without the software, that equipment will still work, but you're going to be under the same parameters you are with what you have now. If it goes away, the software doesn't get updated, you're wasting $11,000 putting new equipment over there.
How much is the software without service and maintenance fee?
Honestly, I don't know. I would have to find that out and let you know about that, because when I put this package together back in July, it included the maintenance and the subscription of the software. If we put a new engine over there to talk to controllers and something goes wrong with the software on January 1st, the system's dead. It won't get replaced or it won't get fixed.
I understand. I'm just looking at the cost seems astronomical to me for the service cost. I don't have an issue with the engine cost, but literally for service, for maintenance and subscription, you're looking at, like I say, we can replace the engine twice for that. So I don't know what the software portion is and what the service is.
I can get that split up for you. I'll be happy to provide. I can provide it to the sheriff and he can provide it to y'all.
That's something we're voting on tonight.
Well, I'm sorry. I wasn't aware of that. So I don't have that information in front of me. I apologize. Somebody else had a question over here? Oh, okay. Yes.
What would be an example of what would be covered on a service contract on this thing?
What would or would not?
Would not be covered.
If somebody took a ball bat and beat the engine up, that wouldn't be covered. And I say that not really jokingly, because we've had some people who physically damaged equipment in the past. We had a contract with a company somewhere in Kentucky, and the contract was for us to come in twice a year and do maintenance, just like we got set up with y'all. But one of their guys he knew what he was doing, and he went and did some stuff, and they spent $7,000 on a new engine because of it, because he knew what he was doing. So,
say we talked about before, might have some areas that were damp that caused a little bit of problems with moisture. Would that be covered? If we had a leak or something like that, not pertaining to this right here, that put moisture in the system or mess up the software, would that be covered?
software is going to be protected as long as the computer is protected, because it's in the software. The only thing the engine is going to do is tell the controllers what the software package is telling it to do. Now, if the engine gets wet, typically, if it's just a little drip, it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. If it shorts out, we got a different story now. But you also got a bigger problem over there because where the engine's at is. If it gets soaking wet, you got bigger problems than you should. Sure. Sure. Any other questions? I'm going to leave some business cards here.
Commissioner Bain.
What kind of warranty is on this?
The new engine will have a 1-year warranty on it.
1 year.
1 year
That's
for manufacturer's warranty, just like unless you buy an extended warranty on your car comes with a 1-year warranty on it.
So that's the software and everything has 1 year.
Correct.
Well, I don't know. I think it's a vital part of the jail, and I think we need to get it fixed. And it's cheaper than what the other one had offered. So anything's going to have a maintenance contract to it, in my opinion. Anyway, I think it's good.
The software, and some of the issues y'all can fix remotely, the software program can take.
Depending on what the situation is, yes. If it's something really minor, like we were talking about, we can take care of it remotely, or we can have the maintenance guy go and click that button and I'll fix it, that type of thing.
There'll still probably be a charge for that service.
Depends on what it is. If it's something that just takes a couple of minutes, probably not, but if it's something where we got to have a technician that's going to be on there for 3 or 4 hours, then there may be a charge for that, yes, sir.
So having the.
But the idea of us coming out once a year or twice a year, hopefully will eliminate those types of things from happening unless something physically damages the equipment.
The subscription and the maintenance thing, out buying a car without a motor, if you don't buy that, you buy equipment.
Well, I mean, you bring up a car, you take your car in for an oil change every 5,000 miles, whatever it is. How often do you change the brakes on it? Once a year, once every 2 years, 3 years, whatever it may be. But you're still paying for the maintenance on it. This is no different. It's a mechanical thing that needs to be maintained and needs to be looked at. It's no different than your air conditioning systems. You got a maintenance crew that takes care of your air conditioning system. The same thing. It still has to be maintained and looked at. We've had a lot of success with the upgraded system, with the updated version of the software. And like I said, 13 comes out. Don't quote me on the exact date. I've been told sometime in early January, version 13 will be out. It's being beta tested now as we speak. Well, it's being beta tested now. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
I'm also going to leave this proposal here with you in case somebody doesn't have a copy and they'd like to look at it. And please let me know if you have any questions. You can route them directly to me, or we can go to the sheriff's office, whatever y'all decide you want to do. We'll be happy to take care of whatever we can take care of. Okay. Thank you very much. Do you need me for anything else? I got a 2.5 hour ride back home. We'll take off. Okay.
No, we're fine. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay, we're voting on resolution number 19. All in favor, please vote.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried, 17 yes.
Okay, resolution 20 is whether or not you want to accept the maintenance agreement for the Benton County Jail. Any questions? Okay, if there are none, please vote.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carries, 17 yes.
That's all our resolutions. Anybody have any final remarks? If there are none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? I'll take a roll call vote on that now, right? You know, if somebody, he's pretty good at I almost did then. I might have been, it's just a movie.